Hours after arriving in Kabul, sitting at the president's desk. Earlier, at the same desk, President Ashraf Ghani clinging to the last fragments of power. But the man gazing down on Kabul's streets has gone, fleeing to neighboring Uzbekistan. In a Facebook post, he said he'd left to avoid bloodshed. As the Taliban moves in, the West moves out. American helicopters busy over Kabul all day today, ferrying diplomats from the US Embassy to the airport. This disorderly end was not the plan. Hundreds of British troops have now arrived in Kabul to help with the evacuation of thousands of British and Afghan civilians. The operation, crowds descended on banks trying to take out their savings. As police officers and security officials abandoned their positions, the Taliban urged people to stay calm. They're living out in the open, telling stories of abuses at the hands of the Taliban.
The Taliban came into our village in the night. After a few days, we managed to escape as they were murdering the men and boys. They accused them of being in the army.
Many of these people were asleep when the earthquake hit, their homes caving in. It's hard enough to treat survivors of any natural disaster, but when the hospitals themselves are under fear of collapse, it makes it all the more difficult.
I could only watch in horror. The chaos at Kabul's airport a sign of the distress over what's ahead. With Afghanistan's land borders under Taliban control, thousands crowded onto the tarmac. No visible security or any semblance of order. We're here because we're jobless, this man says. We left our homes. We have no food. They scaled the walls around the airport and jumped over barbed wire. Satellite images showed the size of the crowd outside just waiting, and the traffic gridlock. So many rushed to the airport to find only disappointment and frustration.
It's very, very bad situation and people is in chaos.